Hey everybody! Alright, so today I have a little thing I wanted to go over. I get so many questions from so many different clients about understanding how everything works online and all these different things about why they aren't ranking on the top of Google and all these different things. So I'm like inundated with all these different questions, and I'm trying to break up everything into bite-sized pieces so that it can be understood, and a office manager, a doctor, or internal marketing staff can actually think with like the whole system and the process of what's involved in building an online presence. So what I'm going over today is just covering what online presence means, what it means to you, and how you can use that and apply it in your day-to-day decision making and the way that you're promoting and building your practice through use of the internet. So the word is online presence, okay? And it's actually really simple how this works. So let's say that you have a website. Hopefully you can see this okay. And let's say that you have a Facebook page. Hopefully everyone's familiar with Facebook. And let's say you have a Yelp. Let's say you have a Yelp page. Okay, so you have these three things. Let's say number 1, number 2, number 3. Now, all of these together are considered your online presence. If that's all you had, even if you just had a website, that would be considered your online presence. So, and in technical terms, each one of these would be considered an online property. So you may have heard that word before, online property. So some practices have hundreds of online properties. They have invested in directory listings, sometimes multiple websites. They're on all the major social networks. If there's multiple practice locations, sometimes they have more than one Yelp page or more than one Google page. So there's all these different possibilities depending on what you're doing. But the real goal and what you're trying to achieve is what is trying to be achieved in all traditional marketing. And that is to be everywhere at once. And when you think about that, you kind of think of, when you think of food, or you think of a place to eat, or you think of a place to get gas for your car, or you think of a type of car, you kind of always, you might instantly think of something, right? Well, in terms of how it works for, a business, particularly a local private practice, is somebody will search Google for example, a veterinarian in Laurel, Maryland, or wherever it might be, and they're searching a pet surgeon in Laurel, Maryland, or where can I get shots for my pet in Laurel, Maryland, whatever it might be. Again, this is just for a veterinarian. So when those search results start coming up and showing up, a lot of times the person who's searching will kind of see the same name over and over again. Okay? So in marketing, that's a really great. Oh, I see a question here. I don't know much about Yelp. Okay, that's cool. I actually have some other tutorials on Yelp, but what I want to do, I'm gonna finish up this, and then if you have any questions at the end, I'm gonna tell you how you can write me questions. I'd be happy to answer them. So anyway, the first thing, so we have the online presence, but the point is, eventually you want a really strong, solid online presence. You want to have all of these pages established and all other pages possible over time. And the most important thing to remember is that when you're building your online presence, you have to be realistic and you have to be smart about it. And starting with a website is a great place. That's where almost everyone starts, with a website. And from the website, it's a beautiful place to start, because from that, you can branch out to all the other online properties, any other place, because all your data's here. Your address, all your information, your staff information, all the services you offer, everything is here on your website. And from that, you can migrate data to all these other sources. So the website's kind of like your cornerstone. It's kind of your foundation a little bit. And everything else is just building blocks on top of that. So again, the best way and the practical way to look at the way you build your online presence strong and for the future is one step at a time, one block at a time, one piece at a time. And I can't say enough about making sure all your information is consistent across wherever you're putting it throughout the internet. Make sure you're using the same phone number. Make sure you're using the same address. Make sure you have an address on some of the pages that allow them. Okay? I have a whole presentation I'm going to be filming tomorrow at a conference, and I'm going to be putting it on the website as soon as it's done. It's about an hour long, and I'm going to be covering all of this, a lot more detail, and I'm going to be going over a lot of stuff. And it's pretty basic and easy to follow, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to use it and put it to use for yourself. But anyway, so just again, the purpose of this post was just to give some idea of what online presence is and what it means. And again, it could be any place where your information is online. All of those collectively together would be your online presence. And ideally, you want a really strong, solid online presence that people can find and people stumble upon when they're looking for your type of service or product. So, hope this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, particular questions, I know there was a question about Yelp. Definitely be happy to answer that. Yelp is absolutely a powerful tool. It's one of those kind of like, people love it and hate it because it's got like major plus things, but also the other side of it is, how come my review wasn't recommended? You know, there's all these questions that happen. And some of my earlier videos, I covered some of those details too. But anyway, love the question. Send an email to whatworkswire@gmail.com. Send a message to Twitter, whatworkswire. Visit whatworkswire.com. Download the Millennial Marketing Pocket Guide, totally free. Over 100 detailed tips. And you can download that, no cost again. And I got 3-step system to help you kind of get off your feet and get yourself going if you're trying to get your private practice marketed properly. All major local directories, small is. Yeah, well, that's another thing too. So all the local online directories, there's a lot of them. This is a good question because having your information listed in directory is great, but there's over 100 potential directories. I mean, there's thousands of them. There's only 100, probably around 100 that would be anything. There's only about between 40 and 50 that I recommend specifically for private practice use. But yeah, online directories can be great, and that's a great solid foundation point for getting your information out there. The most important point on that, though, is making sure that your information is correct across all of those, and the information is managed properly so that all of your details are consistent across all those different directories. Anyway, so good point, marketer, Q-on-top marketer. I think that's how you say it. Sorry if I said that wrong, but yeah, absolutely on the local directories. That's a great point. But again, so anyway, this is online presence. It's all your stuff, all collective, all together. How you're represented online as one, and yeah, that's it for today. So again, I have a big presentation tomorrow. I'm talking to about 40 doctors. I'm going to be filming the presentation. I'm going to put it up live for free on the website. And it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be fun. And I think you guys are going to learn a lot from it. And I will have that. I'll see you on Top Marketer. Sorry about that. It was real small. I was looking cool. I'll give a shout out to See It on Top Marketer. This person obviously knows what they're talking about. So that was a good mention there. Cool deal. All right. So anyway, that's it for today. But I should have that video up by probably Sunday or Monday next week, and I'll make sure I put a video up to let everyone know it's available, and hopefully you can check it out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys soon.